Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It's 10 a.m. I'd like to welcome everybody to the February the 3rd, 2020 Commission meeting. To call to order. Welcome, everybody. Pam, do we have any public comment?
No, sir.
No public comment. Pam, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Samet.
Here.
Commissioner Turner.
Here.
Commissioner Black.
Here.
Commissioner Harrison.
Here.
Mr. Black, would you listen to the pledge, please?
I will.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right, first on the agenda here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes from January the 21st and the 29th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims in the amount of $2,981,317.66. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
All right. Motion carries unanimously. Do we have any conflicts of interest with anything coming in front of the commission today? Everybody's silent, so I'll take that as a no. We have no resolutions and orders under contracts, agreements, and grants. First on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve NoWIC Master Software License and Service Agreement pending county attorney approval. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve resolution and lease agreement with Sorrell Regional Dental Center. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We have no budget revisions, no merchant purchases, no board appointments, no award of bids. Under personnel action, first on the agenda, I'll ask for motion to approve to hire Ethan Wilson as an equipment operator 1 in District 2. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on the agenda, I'll ask to promote Hunter Gatlin and Travis Austell to Equipment Operator 2 in District 3. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on the agenda, I'll ask to approve family medical leave for Sharon Cockrell beginning February the 6th to February 24th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Samet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on here be to approve family medical leave for Lori Mooningham at beginning January the 15th to March the 5th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Fifth on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve compensation for the HVAC technician. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right, next on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the merit increases for the 16 people listed below. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Black, second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. This time I'll turn it over to Mr. Massey for the engineer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 3 subdivisions for your consideration today. Hamlin and Gates subdivision Phase 2. This is a minor subdivision, so it will be for preliminary and final. 7 lots in District 2. It's on the west side of Newby Chapel Road, approximately 900 feet north of St. John Road. The Ridge Phase 3, this is a major preliminary and final. It's 19 lots in District 2. It's at the end of Landview Lane. This is one that had been approved just over a year ago. They didn't begin construction, so per our regulation, they're required to come back before you for approval. We rechecked it, everything was fine. Legacy Grove Addition 11, major subdivision, so this is for preliminary, 46 lots in District 2. It's on the east side of Mooresville Road, and that's all we have for your consideration today.
Thank you, Mr. Massey. Do I have a motion to approve the 3 subdivisions listed below by Mr. Massey?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under other business, I'll ask for a motion to approve to sell the following on GovDeal at a District 4 on Luna Bridge removed from Chapman Hollow. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second under other business, I'll ask for a motion to approve the bingo permit for the VFW Post 4765. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion. Second
Motion
it.
by Commissioner Sammet. We'll go second with Commissioner Black.
There you go.
All right. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
I don't know which one.
It-
Oh,
I'll
I see second it. Commissioner Sammet, and then second over here.
Okay. Commissioner Sammet? Commissioner Black?
Yes.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Okay, yes.
Motion carries unanimously. Sorry for the confusion there, Pam.
Yes.
Going too fast for you. All right, now we have no scheduled public hearing. At this time, report as officer. Commissioner Sammet, I'll let you talk a little while now.
Oh, thank you. I really want to. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, our crews have been installing a lot of metal tile that have fallen through. Hopefully, we're going to run out of them one day, but as of today, they're up on Shipley Hollow, replacing a big one, and like I say, hopefully one day we'll run out of these metal tile that have been put under roads.
I got a ton of them.
Oh, yeah, I know. We all do, believe me. But, and also, Commissioner Turner mentioned our spraying program the other day, or a couple of weeks ago. It's getting closer now, and I'd like for folks, if they don't want their lots sprayed, they need to put up big enough signs that we can recognize, that the drivers can recognize. And also on not spraying a lot like that, we want the understanding that if they don't maintain it, then we will come back and mow it and spray it, whatever necessary. But we don't want to have to go back to any, we don't want to backtrack on any of it, because the way the program's set up, you're set up on a schedule and you try to work it out best you can, and that's what makes it work so well. And also, hopefully this time next month, we'll have a tank on the LNS property, I hope. You've got it on order, haven't you, Mark? Okay. But that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Sammet. Commissioner Turner?
Yeah, we, today we're putting pipe in for driveways on St. John and Newby Chapel that came from some previously approved subdivisions that their houses are going in. It's supposed to rain most of the rest of the week, but we've got a rusted out metal pipe under Pepper Road that needs to be replaced, but we're trying to catch at least a couple of good days of weather back to back to be able to do that. And just like Darrell said, get your sign out if you don't want it sprayed, because we're about to start.
Thank you, Commissioner Turner. Commissioner Black?
We're just doing
routine work. This week we're planning on doing servicing on some of our vehicles to get them ready for the spring. I've had a couple of different businesses come out and give me quotes on my tractors to trade in my tractors or to sell them on gov deals or see what's the best deal I can get on my bush hog tractors. I've had one of them 3 years and one of them 2 years right now. It's looking like I'll be able to sell those or trade them in and make a little money off of the two, plus be able to purchase 2 new ones and 2 new bush hogs. So it's one of those programs. I think one of the tractors, I used it for about $17 an hour, and I used the other one for $22 an hour based on the number of hours and how long I've had it. So going to look at doing that too, and maybe just keeping new equipment rotated in so we don't have to do a bunch of maintenance on them. So that's it.
Thank you, Commissioner Black. Commissioner Harrison?
Last Thursday, we opened back Chapman Hollow Road, and I want to kind of describe a little bit. I think there was some confusion about the objective of what we were trying to do on Chapman Hollow. The objective was not to prevent the water from coming over the road on those low spots from Highway 99 to Chapman Hollow Bridge and from there to on the north end of that bridge. The objective was to remove the load limitation of that bridge that prevented the school buses and concrete trucks and heavy loads from going over that bridge. It was a 10-ton that was lowered down to a 3-ton a few weeks ago, and so that prevented the school buses from going over it. There was some talk about, well, I didn't take the engineer's recommendation on what to do. You only had 22 feet between the bridge abutments there. That only allowed for 3 rows of 5-foot diameter pipe in there. We couldn't put 6-foot diameter pipe in there. And anyway, the water will never go over the 5-foot pipe that are in there, given the situation with the road. It'll have 2 feet in the 5-foot pipes clear, and that's all it will fill up, and then it will go across the road as it has always done from the inception of that road. The objective was to remove the bridge, and so you've got a double lane there that you can go across. You've got a non-load limited culverts there that they can go across. It's a vast improvement over what was there. And so if in the future, if we ever come back and raise the road, I mean, the state's not raising Highway 99, and I'm not going to raise Chapman Hollow for a while. I mean, it's just not high on the priority list. But if we ever do, what we would do, we would remove those pipe and use the wing walls and extend the bridge depth and maybe put a bridge. But that will take a good bit of time to design one, plus it'll take the money to do that too. This was the cheapest route. I don't know, it's probably less than $20,000 that we've got in it. And we could do it in 4 days. We got it back open. It's double lane, unload limited. And I think it's a vast improvement. There's a lot of critics out there that are griping about it. So I don't know what to tell them other than that. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison. First of all, I'd like to thank Adam Smith for all he's done for the county. He's leaving the News Courier, so we'll be surely missing him around here. So thank you for what you've done, Adam. Hope good adventures on your next endeavor in life. And, one other thing is, too, the census is coming up, and we need to really, really focus on pushing the census. That's something that's out there. They're still looking for census workers up to the end of February. They're taking applications. So the census is vital to this community. It's vital to the whole state. It's not just Alabama. Limestone County is vital to the whole state. So everybody really needs to push that program. And all that being said, we will adjourn until 10 a.m. Wednesday, February the 12th, 2020 at the Washington Street Courthouse Annex, 310 West Washington Street, Athens, Alabama. Thank everybody for attending today.